Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're well. Obviously I have not posted in a while and that is Ruben making loads of noise on my bed already. Okay, so if you hear any other noise, Ruben has just jumped on my bed. Ruben is my cat, in case you don't know. But I thought I would come back and film a empties video. Okay, and now he's cleaning himself, so hopefully you can't see that behind me. This is going really well. Okay, so I have a huge amount, a mixture of body care, quite a lot of makeup actually as well. Please bear with me if this is not the best video. I completely forgot how bright my softbox lighting is and also how long it takes to set this stuff up. So please let me know if you've used any of this stuff, if you like it, any recommendations, any video requests that you have. Not that I have a million people watching my videos and probably want to request things, but you know, just in case you want to. And I will get started for you. So the first product is a shower jelly. It's the Sugar Crush, which has the sweet lime fragrance. It's basically a shower gel. It does have a jelly-like texture. It was okay. I don't think it really smelled that strongly compared to the rest of the range. This is a bit disappointing, so I wouldn't repurchase it, but I think they do other types of jelly, shower jelly, so I'll have a go with those. Then I have body butters. I have the Butter Yourself and the Righteous Butter. So I think this one is the most popular. Maybe it's the first one that came out, I can't remember, but it has the original pink scent, I think. Yeah, and this has shea butter and aloe vera. I really like it. I think I already have 2 other tubs of this, which I've just got in gift sets and things. So really like this. It's very thick. I think I actually featured it in my Pamper Get Ready With Me routine, which I'll link below. Really nice, not my favourite, but it's really good for the price point and it lasts ages. And same with this one, I think they're really good sizes. They're 300 millilitres. This one is the Butter Yourself, and it says 5 fruit super rich smoothing body creams. This also has shea butter in it, but also peppermint oil and fruit liquid frig. Oh my god. Fruit liquid fig, which I don't even know if that's a thing. I swear they just put loads of random words on their packaging, but this is much more, I don't really know how to describe this fragrance. It's not as girly, I'd say. Both of them, you can see that I completely scraped them. I like both of them. I don't really have a favourite. I guess it depends if you want to go for the super sweet or the kind of middle of the road, but both moisturising, both sunk in really well and great for this time of year. So the next is a mini, which is the Sugar Crush Body Scrub. This had more of the scent, although because it's been empty for a while it kind of smells a bit funky, but yeah, I really liked it. Love the travel size, and would repurchase. It is quite scrubby. And then another body butter that I've used up actually today is the Cocoa Butter and Vanilla from Superdrug. So I wouldn't necessarily pick Superdrug own brand products for my body. I don't know why, but I just feel like they wouldn't be as good. But I saw this flavour and another one which is like a kind of sweet lime fragrance. This must have been over a year ago now. And so I decided to split them both up because they had good reviews. And this one is very vanilla-y, very sweet again. You can see that I have tried to scrape the barrel with this one as well. It sinks in really quickly. It's quite light for a body butter, so I quite like this one and the other one for summer as well. It's because they don't feel too heavy, but they're still moisturising. So I don't think these are very expensive either, so really great quality for the money. And then I've got 2 more body stuff. So this is by Origins. It's the Ginger Burst Body Wash. This is quite a good sample size. Again, I got it in a set. I think the ginger scent is either you love it or hate it with Origins because it is quite strong. I actually have the hand wash and hand cream in my bathroom because I like it. It's very spicy, good for this time of year again. I really like the shower gel and I also have the body cream to go with it, and the scent does last quite a while. Again, I think I featured this in my Pamper Get Ready With Me video. And then finally is a fake tan, which I must have finished ages ago because I haven't fake tanned in a while. This is the Garnier Ombre Solaire No Streaks Bronzer Self Tanning Dry Body Mist with apricot extract. Yeah, I remember. This smelled good. I really liked this. The only problem with this is that, one, because it's a spray, it does kind of get everywhere, so you might want to do it like in a shower cubicle, or just be careful, like just don't do it near carpet or anything like that. Plus it comes out clear, so if you're not much of a tanning expert, then I'd be careful how you apply this because it could easily come out patchy. But it's really easy to apply, especially on your back, because you can turn it kind of any way and it still works, and it's a really fine mist, so it sinks in really quickly. It doesn't smell too fake tanny. I quite like the smell. It reminds me of summer, I guess. And it's just all round, like if you're good at tanning, this is great. If you don't want too much of a deep tan, this is also good because I feel like it comes out quite natural. I'm going to move on from body care into skincare. And I have quite a lot of this as well, so let's start with cleansing. I guess that's probably the best way to start. This is a mini of the Sephora Micellar water, the triple action cleansing water. I mentioned this in my Sephora haul, which I think was my last video, so that was really ages ago, but I obviously used this up. I really liked it. I bought the smaller version just in case I wasn't sure on it, but when I next go to a Sephora, I think they're actually moving one to London. I don't know how soon that is, but if I go away to a Sephora, I will definitely be picking up a bigger version of this. And then I have the Garnier Skin Active Micellar water. So I love the micellar waters from Garnier. I think they're great money for the amount you get. They are really effective. They are by far my favourite drugstore micellar water. This one is for dry and sensitive skin, so probably not the best one for me. It's the oil infused one, so I normally go for the pink top one, which is just the regular, or the green, which is for more oily skin. But I want to try this because of the oil. You basically shake it up, and I thought it would be better at removing kind of stubborn eye makeup or lip stains. I really didn't like it. I know some people really like this version, but I felt like it left a film and it wasn't as effective, strangely enough. So I wouldn't repurchase this version, but I would repurchase the others. Next is a cleansing balm. So I've been trying out a lot of different cleansers. I have quite a few favourites now, which I do tend to go back to, but cleansers are one of my favourite things to try out because I feel like there are so many favourites for different people. So this is kind of a cult blogger favourite, which is the Clinique Take the Day Off Balm. You can also get this in an oil, I believe. This reminded me a lot of the Body Shop cleansing balm, so I wouldn't say it's as kind of rich and decadent as the Emma Hardy, which I really liked, but this melted in exactly the same way as the Body Shop one, so it melts very quickly and it feels more lard-like rather than butter-like, if that makes any sense to you. This was great at removing makeup. I double cleansed with it. If I didn't have any micellar water, you can take off your makeup and then double cleanse again with it as well. Removed it with a muslin cloth. This is great because it's fragrance free, so if you have sensitive skin, it's a really good option, and just in general I think it's a good all-rounder. Next up is a face cream. It's the Seaweed Mattifying Day Cream, which is suitable for combination and oily skin. It looks like this. The packaging has probably changed because I know they've kind of overhauled it all. I must have finished this up around kind of summer, end of autumn time, because that's when I need a product like this, because I do get an oily T-zone. I really like this because it was more of a gel-like texture rather than a heavy cream, so great for sitting under makeup. It did mattify as well without being drying, and yeah, it was just a nice product really, so I would repurchase it. Lastly, for skincare, is something that I've spoken about a lot, I feel anyway, but it's the Clinique City Block Sheer Oil-Free Daily Face Protector. This is SPF 25, but you can get a higher, I think it's 40 or 45. So as it's Clinique, it is 100% fragrance free, it has no chemicals, sunscreens, and it says it has a high level broad spectrum UVA/UVB daily sun protection, lightweight formula, absorbs excess oil and makes sure makeup looks fresher and longer. Okay, so in terms of SPFs, obviously you should be using them every single day, especially if you're using exfoliating toners. Even when it's kind of gloomy like British weather is, you should be using it. This is great for under makeup as well as just on holiday, if you want to use the higher kind of SPF while you're on the beach. It has a slight tint to it, so you could use it by yourself if you wanted to, if you have good skin, having a good skin day, but it also works really well under makeup. I feel like a lot of SPFs can make you quite oily, make your foundation slip a lot. This says it's oil absorbing. I wouldn't say that, it just doesn't exacerbate oil. My makeup just sits exactly the same. I have since repurchased this. The bottle lasts absolutely ages. You just need a pea-sized amount for your whole face. Then finally, this isn't really kind of skincare, but it doesn't really fit in with any other of my categories, but this is from Champneys. It's the Perfect Sleep Pillow Mist. I really like this. I have a lot of trouble sleeping for various reasons, and this is just nice to kind of incorporate into your routine and help you get a good night's sleep. I would say compared to the This Works spray, I think it's the Deep Sleep Pillow Mist, this is more lavendery than that one. So if you're not huge on lavender, use the Deep Sleep one by This Works. I did really like this, but I think I prefer the This Works one. I just feel, I don't know if it's just in my head, but I feel like that works better. Okay, so now onto the makeup. I will try and be as quick as possible. Let's start off with face. Okay, yeah, let's start off with face. So I have foundation, the Revlon Colour Stay in 110 Ivory. Love this, great alternative to double wear for the high street. I think it now comes with a pump. Obviously you can tell mine's quite old because mine doesn't have the pump anymore. I think they might have reformulated it as well, I'm not sure, but I definitely want to repurchase and give it another go. You can see that I obviously really loved it and kind of scraped the barrel with that one as well. So great for oily skin, if that's the kind of thing that you're looking for, and it's very high coverage as well. Then I have Hocus Pocus by Soap and Glory. This is one of my favourite liquid highlighters. I use it mixed into my foundations or other bases just to give you a bit more of a glow so it's not as flat. I have repurchased this before and I would again. Another Soap and Glory product, this is the Kick-Ass Instant Retouch Pressed Powder. This comes with a mirror, I believe. Yes, and mine kind of crumpled away so I can't show you, but I used pretty much all of it. But I really liked this. I kind of alternate between this and the Rimmel Stay Matte. The reason I like this is because it has a mirror, but I would say if you're reapplying it, it can look a little bit cakey, so I would blot before you reapply. Then onto under eyes. The first one is the Secret Concealer by Laura Mercier. I have number 2, but I think it was a little bit too dark for me. I was using this after trying out the Bobbi Brown corrector, and since I finished this I repurchased the Bobbi Brown version. This is really nice. I think it would be better if you have dry skin because it is a little bit more slippy. It's not as thick as the Bobbi Brown corrector. And then lastly for under eye concealer I have a L'Oreal True Match. This is in the shade 10 Ivory. For this I feel like you have to use a lot of it because it's quite a thin consistency. I use this for under my eyes to make it a little bit lighter, and it comes with a brush, so you're either going to love that or hate that. I didn't really mind, it's easy to apply, so I would literally just kind of squeeze it, put it under here, maybe in other bits of my face, and use it more as a highlighter and kind of corrector concealer. So I did like this, but like I said, it was quite thin. For under my eyes, I prefer the Maybelline Under Eye Eraser. That's my favourite, but I wouldn't kind of say I wouldn't repurchase this again. Okay, lastly is onto eyes. So I have a mascara, the Max Factor Masterpiece Transform. Max Factor mascaras are my absolute favourite. You know the 2000 calorie is like my holy grail. I really liked this one. This is a much different brush to the 2000 calorie because it's plastic and it's a little bit more spiky, but I thought it was really nice, gave me long lashes, can't really complain, and I would repurchase, and it didn't flake, which is always good. Then I have 2 eyeliners. So the first is the Scandal Eyes Rimmel one, waterproof it says, and it's precision micro fine. So I really like the tip of this because it is very fine. You can get right into the corners of your eyes, great for cat flicks, but it did dry out very quickly, so that was quite annoying. I have repurchased it since, but it always seems to dry out quickly, but I don't know if that's just like a pen liner thing. But yeah, it was good, great for drugstore, and it came out pretty black as well. The next one is another Max Factor one. This is from the Masterpiece range and it's in Velvet Black, the High Precision Liquid Liner. This is a really weird shape. I don't know if you can see that. It's not thin and tapered like the one I just showed you. It's kind of round and parts of it are flat. So this, I guess, means you can do different shapes of your eyes if you want it thicker or not. It took a little while to get used to it, but it was fine. I quite liked it, but I think I prefer more of a felt tip. And then I've got 2 brow products, one which is completely rubbed off, one which hasn't, but I would say this one is 100% a dupe for this one. So the first one is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. Obviously you would have probably heard of this, my absolute holy grail. Eyebrow pencil, I've said before, it changed my life, which is ridiculous because it's an eyebrow pencil, but it really does make all the difference, and you get a spoolie on the end. Yeah, absolutely love this, but it's not as easily available to get. You kind of have to order online, and I'm really crap at making myself do that. So if I'm in Boots, you can't see it now, but there is an alternative by Soap and Glory. It is literally exactly the same, and I've actually repurchased this one. I repurchased both, but this is just more accessible. This is the Archery one, I think, but it's not the one with the thick end. It has the same really thin pencil. I can't remember what the colour is either. If I do, I'll link it below, because obviously I have a version which I've been using at the moment, but it has a really fine kind of waxy but not too waxy kind of pencil which you just click up, just like the Anastasia Beverly Hills one. It has the spoolie on the end and the colour match is just perfect. Okay, that's the end of the video. I feel like I have spoken at a completely ridiculous speed, so hopefully you understood what I was saying, but I had obviously a lot to get through. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!